Can you hear me? Yes. Okay, great. It's a pleasure to be with you. I am here to tell you about a worldview that I've been exploring. First of all, I need to define a worldview. Where's my word? Here it is. Okay, so a worldview is a set of beliefs about fundamental aspects of reality that ground and influence one's perceiving, thinking, knowing, and doing. I, like many of us, was raised in a culture whose worldview consisted of a God that created heaven, earth, and hell. Most of us have rejected that worldview for a variety of reasons. The Brain Balance group that I have been facilitating here at UUCA, which explores how the two hemispheres of the brain perceive the world differently, has led me to this worldview that I'm calling Cosmic Dynamism. The sources for this worldview are ancient religious and philosophical texts, quantum physics, the writings of philosopher and psychiatrist Dr. Ian McGilchrist, and the experiences and writings of Dr. Jill Bolte Taylor, the author of My Stroke of Insight. The name Cosmic Dynamism refers to the cosmic energy that created the universe and the ever-changing nature of reality. It is eternally dynamic, hence the name Cosmic Dynamism. This is the story of my journey to that worldview. My journey began with something that happened to me at a particular moment, a moment many of you will recognize even if the details are different. I was outside late at night on a trip to New Zealand. I had read that the southern hemisphere faces the center of our galaxy, so the Milky Way is more impressive when viewed from the southern hemisphere. I looked up and I was awed by the size and the brilliance of the Milky Way. It looked like someone had thrown a trail of diamonds across the sky. This is a photo of the Milky Way as seen from Antarctica. Are you impressed? I was. It felt like a sudden expansion. Just for a moment, I felt the enormity of what I was standing inside. I didn't just think about it, I felt it. Our galaxy, enormous beyond my ability to fully comprehend, and little tiny me, part of it, connected to it. It reminded me of something from childhood, of feeling connected to other living things in a way I had somehow lost track of asking my parents not to step on the ants on our sidewalk because they were alive and were part of what I was part of. Can you think of a time when you had a version of that moment? The experience of suddenly waking up to something that was always there. The depth of connection with the natural world or with another person. It might be triggered by walking in the sand on a beach, being with a loved one, looking at the stars, or just contemplating a tree. It feels like something you encountered before and had somehow forgotten. That sense of awe, of connection, led me to a spiritual journey. I have come to understand the world through a set of beliefs about reality. Cosmic dynamism has foundational ideas, but no dogma, no required belief. It invites you to consider these ideas and see what you think. I find that beliefs about reality are a much more solid foundation for guiding my actions than beliefs about what I want or what I fear. This approach is consistent with the spirit of our free and responsible search for truth and meaning, and what is referred to as our faith's first source, our direct experience of the mystery of life. So what does cosmic dynamism hold? It holds that the universe is alive with energy, a cosmic energy that created everything that exists, that pervades every corner of the universe, and runs through each of us, interacting with us and being shaped in small but real ways by what we do. The universe is not static. Reality is not fixed. It is always becoming, and we are participants in that becoming. Am I picking it up? Okay. It holds that this cosmic energy is an awareness, a consciousness that is woven into the fabric of the universe. That consciousness is not generated by our brains. Our brains tune into it the way a radio receiver tunes into a radio signal that was already broadcasting. Some of you will hear that and think, he's talking about God. Some will think the Tao, some will think the interdependent web of existence. Some will just think that something in that resonates. The name applied to it doesn't matter. Cosmic dynamism also holds that our brains can perceive reality in two ways. Okay, great. The left hemisphere sees reality as matter, as separate particles and separate beings, and values logical analysis and thriving as individuals. The left hemisphere is absolutely necessary to manage our day-to-day lives and is the foundation for science. The right hemisphere sees reality as energy, as a unity, and values relationships, community, beauty, and goodness. The right hemisphere delivers the meaning and spiritual guidance that the left hemisphere was not designed to provide. According to Dr. McGilchrist, the function of the left hemisphere in less evolved creatures such as birds is to provide short, focused attention to find something to eat, to tell the difference between a seed and pea gravel. The function of the right hemisphere in these animals is to provide persistent attention to the outside world to watch for predators. An overwhelming amount of information is observed by the right hemisphere. That information has to be abstracted by the left hemisphere into bite-sized pieces of what is important, and the information that is not important has to be ignored. Abstracting is practical and necessary, but it ignores unity, goodness, beauty, and the big picture of reality. Dr. Jill Bolte Taylor saw energy waves all around her and could not remember who she was during her stroke when her left hemisphere was not functioning. I think her right hemisphere saw reality, and our left hemispheres are leading us to believe what Thich Nhat Hanh calls the illusion of our separateness. The full quote from him is, "We are here to awaken from the illusion of our separateness." We need both hemispheres, but the left dominates our culture and our experience, and the right is where our souls thrive. Cosmic dynamism also holds that community is more foundational for meaning than individual pursuits. It's not that individuals don't matter. Each of us matters enormously. But the meaning we most deeply seek, the sense of belonging to something larger than ourselves, of being known, of mattering to the world rather than merely succeeding in it, that meaning is not available through individual pursuits. It is available through genuine relationship, through community, through the practice of showing up for one another over time, not as a supplement to the individual life, but as its foundation, which is a good reason to be here on a Sunday morning. Now I want to tell you about a rainbow. and then I want you to sort of experience one. Here we go. Okay. You know what makes a rainbow? Sunlight, which appears to us as white light and passes through a raindrop. Inside the raindrop, it slows and bends. Different wavelengths bend differently. What enters as one color of light exits as many. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, the entire spectrum of visible light. Always present in the light, invisible until it meets a drop of water at exactly the right angle. Here is what I find extraordinary about this. The colors were always there. The light was always carrying them. Now you'll have an opportunity to see what I'm talking about. We're going to use the glasses that we passed out. I would like to ask for the lights to be dimmed. Those colors you see were always present in the light. The glasses simply reveal them. The raindrop does not create the spectrum, it reveals it. Each person sees a rainbow centered precisely on their own position. The rainbow is not something hanging in the sky, it is an event that happens between the light, the raindrop, and the eye of the beholder. And a rainbow requires the gathered raindrops, not one, many, each in its unique position, each refracting its own unique angle of the light. Remove any of them and the rainbow changes. Remove enough and it vanishes. Are you guys okay if I turn the light off? Okay. All right, lights back up. Oh, yeah. The glasses do still work with the lights up. It's, yeah. So let's see. Now, the rainbow is a central metaphor for cosmic dynamism. The cosmic energy, the light, is always present, always carrying the full spectrum of meaning, goodness, and beauty. Each of us, like a raindrop, by our unique nature, our particular history, our specific place in the web of life, refracts that energy in our own way. What we bring forth, our individual gifts, the offerings we bring to the world, were not invented by us. They were always in the light. We reveal them. In our community, our rainbow is what becomes visible when we gather. Together, we produce something that none of us could produce alone. I believe that each of us carries something that the universe needs to see, not because we are special in a way that others are not, but because we are specific, because our angle is unique, because the rainbow requires drops in every position and none is dispensable. Now I'd like for us to have a period of silence to meditate upon and feel the presence of the light, the presence of the cosmic energy, and the presence of this community. What we just practiced is a mode of attention that our culture has suppressed. We gave the part of us that perceives unity, that dwells in the living present, the chance to be felt, to be experienced. You might say that we gave the right hemisphere of your brain room to do what it was made to do. A Buddhist might say that we were trying to be still enough to recognize what was always present. A Quaker might say that we were waiting in expectant silence for what arises. A Taoist might say that we stopped insisting on our own shape and let what is flowing flow. They are all pointing to the same thing. They are all pointing to what we just very briefly practiced. There are two things I hope you will take from today's service. One is that there are things that are perceptible in community that are not perceptible alone. That what we do here on Sunday mornings in this room matters more than any of us can see from our position in the rainbow. I also hope you'll take home a way of understanding your place in the universe that makes your actions feel cosmically significant, because they are. When you remove invasives and plant native species, you are revealing the cosmic energy within you, and you are changing reality. When you push back against racism or push for LGBTQ rights or protest corruption, you are revealing the cosmic energy within you, and you are changing reality. When you volunteer here at UUCA, prepare a meal at the Lighthouse Shelter, practice the arts, or throw that starfish back into the ocean, you are revealing the cosmic energy within you, and you are changing reality. Do not underestimate yourself. I want to leave you with something personal, something that came directly out of this worldview. Okay. Each morning I say a short prayer. I invite you to say it with me. Good morning, consciousness. Good morning, cosmic energy. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this life. Thank you for this community. What shall we do today? The capitalized "we" in that prayer is the main point. I am not asking for something from a separate and distant God. I am entering into communion with and being present to the cosmic energy that started it all. This is an invitation to you to establish that relationship and see if it works for you. May it be so. Thank you.